Hear the beep where you sleep. Every bedroom needs a working smoke alarm. That's this year's theme for October's fire safety prevention.
Have a working smoke detector in every sleeping area and every level of your house, and sleep with your bedroom doors closed.
It's a time for planning and for reflection. San Marcos firefighter Rick Rowell says the Memorial Day flooding was catastrophic.
Our headquarters station, which is a little over a mile away from the Blanco River, got flooded on the Memorial Day flood event.
The flood damage shut down several stations in Hays County.
Vehicles like this behind me were used on the Memorial Day flooding, which helped save 25 lives.
For Bobcat Update, I'm Garrett Caywood. Trustmark Banking is looking for potential suitors to take over the unfinished student housing project of 817 Lofts. Construction crews are repairing damages caused by exposure to weather.
What the hope is right now is we actually, we're doing what we call as remediation work. We're remediating because it was open to the elements, so we're remediating any of the mold damage or anything that would have been done to the project.
Long says at least one potential buyer has shown interest.
From what they've stated, their hope is that they want to try to have it completed within the first quarter of next year.
Texas State students who had planned to live at the complex had no choice but to find other housing. Long says Trustmark is hoping to have students move in next fall. Innovate Housing stopped construction on 817 Lofts in June of last year, cited as issues at the time were project changes and failed inspections. For Bobcat Update, I'm Garrett Caywood. It's the first of a kind at Texas State. A section will be reserved for the deaf and for those who are fluent in American Sign Language. Former Texas State football player Brian Gwendling is responsible for the change.
I thought about it, and then I kind of was like, okay, this would be a good idea, and then I really put some thought into it.
Gwendling says he presented the idea and gained immediate support.
I had to talk to ticket management, and then I talked to Matt Carson, ticket management, and then I talked to athletic director Rick, and then that assistant athletic director Rick, and then they thought it was a great idea as well. They've never heard anything like it before.
According to university officials, there are 32 deaf and hard of hearing students at Texas State. Gwendling says he knows how important it is for the deaf community.
And then I expressed my idea to my deaf and hard of hearing friends, and they were like, oh my God, like, please do this for us, that'd be awesome.
Students in the section will also receive a discount. Tickets will cost them $10 instead of $25. For Bobcat Update, I'm Garrett Caywood.
Many parts of San Marcos were affected by the Halloween weekend storms, especially homes near the San Marcos and Blanco rivers. Barbara Williamson lives on Riviera Drive, and her home was damaged.
But then it got to the doorway, and we thought, okay, this might be the time to leave.
Williamson says there was very little that she and her husband could do. They saved what they could before the water flooded their home and their car. They watched it unfold from the balcony in their upstairs apartment.
We ended up getting about 2.5 feet inside our house.
Many people are being forced to gut parts of their homes because of the flooding. Debris still lines the streets in some areas. Ruined cabinets, mattresses, and shelves will have to be replaced. KDF Enterprises provides equipment to help in the recovery effort. Project manager Chad Harrison says the company has been working for about 2 weeks to help clean up the city.
When you come to these events, it's always tough because folks have lost so many items and stuff, but we're just here just to clean it up and get them back to normal as quick as we can possibly get it.
The services being provided are appreciated.
This whole block and the whole town has really pitched in wonderfully, just wonderfully. I've been so happy with everything that's gone on.
The city of San Marcos is still recovering from the floods that took place on Halloween weekend. As you can see, the parks are still closed and the water levels are still high. Everybody we've talked to says the city is doing a great job in helping clean up the mess, and they all hope to avoid this kind of damage in the future. For Bobcat Update, I'm Brooke Shoemaker.
Strahan Coliseum is scheduled for a makeover. A $54 million renovation project is planned for the arena. The Texas State Board of Regents approved the proposal at its August 13th meeting. The construction plan calls for the elimination of the east side wall, which will create room for 2,300 more seats. In addition, the plan will expand the building an extra 81,000 square feet. The added space will alleviate the overcrowding that frequently happens at commencement and high school graduations.